Good morning. This is Jim Walton, the Smart Horse. Now, that's not me. It, I could be related to Jim the Smart Horse, but we'll get into that real quickly. I know you don't know me real well, but my voice is pretty weird because of COVID and COVID treatment. What I've been taking all day yesterday and today, you have to take 3 pills twice a day. It's called Paxlovid. And what it's supposed to do is reduce the amount of virus you have, which A, could, excuse me, could have it where you don't die, or you get better faster, or you feel shitty. Excuse my language, I don't know. You know, we try real hard every day. Okay, so today we're talking about Jim Key, the beautiful horse. Now, you might say, well, there's a lot of beautiful horses, so what's so exciting? Well, Jim Key is one of the smartest horses that ever existed. And the one thing I want to say, excuse my stuffed up nose, and it's certainly not out of respect or disrespect to you all here, but what we sometimes, and it's the old, we say, don't raise the bar too high, because if you go up here, for whatever skills or learning or completion, you might not get there. But if you lower the bar, you say, yeah, pretty easy, pretty easy, pretty easy. Now, what is concerning, and this is what made me think of this, we take animals and hopefully you love them. They're the most wonderful things on this earth. They make you happy. They make you laugh. They're just great. They love you. They don't care how old you are, what you look like, whether you have gray hair. Now, yes, my name is Jim Whitehead, not Jim Grayhead. But, you have to take what you get, right? Anyway, let's get going. I mean, this is exciting. My daughter said, hey, she sent me a list of famous animals throughout history, and she said there's one that's named Jim. I went, whoa, my long-lost relative. Maybe they're rich and I'm due a big inheritance. Well, we'll have to check that when we're done with this. Okay, Jim the horse, often referred to as beautiful Jim Key. Now, Key, K-Y, just like the key, was an extraordinary horse famous for his remarkable intelligence and ability to perform various tricks and tasks. Now, what I started to say, and I didn't finish it because my head's out in left field, but if you lower the bar on what your expectations are, and that would be, are you lowering the bar in reference to what a horse can do? You'd say, well, they can come out, they eat, they poop, you can ride them. They're beasts of burden, which I always feel bad about. But that's about it. We're not going to have it where they're going to build a house for us. But anyway, owned by Dr. William Key, an African-American self-taught veterinarian and former slave. Wow. We think we have interesting history. Jim became a sensation in the late 19th century and into the 20th centuries for his skills and the bond he shared with Dr. Key. Now, he was born, Jim was born in 1989, 1889. His breed is Arabian Hamiltonian. Never heard that before, but it sounds pretty cool anyway. Okay, and the owner was Dr. William Key. The trainer was Dr. William Key. He just wanted, he was busy. He just said, I don't want to have anybody else do this. He believed in gentle training methods. And, I don't want to get into when I grew up, but my father didn't agree with gentle teaching lessons or methods. He said, hey, I'm going to hit you in the head. And if you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'm going to hit you in the head. And if you don't go and do this, I'm going to hit you in the head. So I don't want to get too much like I'm on the psychiatrist's couch, but yeah, I personally think gentle training methods work a lot better because they do. And they're fun to do, and they're fun on who's actually taking and learning the method. But anyway, again, he just felt kindness and patience worked better than anything else. And if I had taken a survey prior to doing my homework on this presentation, I would have said, yeah, gentle training and kindness always beat out mean and ugly. And these animals are smart enough to know the difference. And if they have a choice, they will go one way versus another. But the thing that I started to say, Dr. Key probably felt the brains don't, horses don't have little brains. And this is what I also said about my Jamie. They don't have little brains. They're not stupid. But it's, one, they can't talk, and that's not their fault. They don't have vocal cords. But most people just go, nice doggy, here's a treat. And the dog probably says, hey man, I'm better ready for a lot of other things. Is this all we're gonna do? You're gonna pat me on the head and give me a treat? Not good. Okay, his achievements and abilities. Jim could read, write, that's true, that's right, spell, and do basic arithmetic. And he could tell time. That's amazing. He could also perform various tasks such as sorting mail, distinguishing coins. They said, go get the big coins, not the little coins, and playing a piano. I know, you're probably saying, yeah, Jim, what the heck, you on drugs? I said, well, yeah, I actually am, but this is true. And my drugs are related to the COVID, by the way. Yes, I did talk about some other things, but it's true. I tell the truth, whether I should or not. But the old saying, it's like if you tell the truth, you only have to remember one answer. Why lie? Because that's not going to make anything better. When people recognize you're lying, you start to get where you get a label that you're a liar. You don't tell the truth. I don't want to say there's anything in our political system that you might say is not always most truthful in the world. I'll say no more than that. Okay, Jim's abilities were showcased in performances that drew large crowds across the United States, emphasizing the humane treatment of animals. Now, that's one of my lists of the way you handle yourself. Don't do things bad. Do not hurt people. Do not hurt animals. Now, the interesting thing, this is a long time ago. I don't think necessarily, yes, all horses born are not all born with what, if we can describe, the same IQ. And again, I don't even know how they measure IQ with horses. But if you sit there, as I said earlier, and think, well, they're all dumb. Dumb animal, right? You're not going to think they can do anything else except what you've been taught. Well, you can ride them, and what I said before. So if you would have been born and said, well, some horses can talk, laugh, do music, sing, whatever, you'd be like, wow. And that would be your higher level of what you expect to see with animals and how to treat them. We think, and I've said this 101 times with Jamie, we think because they can't talk that they're not smart. I hate to say, no, I don't hate to say, but they have much better senses than we have. And they just know things more than we do. It's just because we talk, we act like we're smart. Anyway, Jim the horse performed at various expositions and fairs, including the Tennessee Centennial Exposition and the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair. I remember when I think it was 1964. I was born in 49. But they had the New York World's Fair in I think it was 1964. Don't quote me, don't yell at me if I'm wrong. But we went, and I still remember the things I saw there today of what the future was going to be. And, you know, it was funny. It was a hit and a miss, hit or miss. But you have to start somewhere. Okay, Jim became a symbol of the potential of humane education, and animal intelligence. Dr. Key and Jim advocated for animal rights and the humane treatment of animals, influencing the early animal welfare movement. I'm just a little surprised why this was so long ago, and there hasn't been much where I'm seeing, as I do my homework, a bunch of different horses that achieved what Jim did. I still don't think that Jim was just one of a million horses that just had more smarts than all the rest. No, I don't believe that. That's too, how would you say, the odds are too much against something like that. Jim the horse passed away in 1912, leaving a legacy that highlighted the importance of kindness and respect in training animals. Considering kindness, we should be kind all the time. What's the point of being mean to people? Unless they come and hit your head with a baseball bat. I'm not saying you're going to go, hey, let me give you a hug. But, don't automatically assume and be mean to people. Now, the recognition, Jim Key's story was widely publicized through newspapers and magazines, making him a national celebrity. The bond between Dr. Key and Jim was a testament to the power of patience and understanding in animal training. Jim the horse remains an inspiring example what can be achieved through compassionate and humane training methods. So, do you have any questions, first of all? And again, as I said, it's interesting that it was so long ago, and we haven't seen where we've had a reality of a horse being smart. Yes, I think last week I did Mr. Ed, the talking horse. Beautiful horse, but it wasn't really talking. And how they basically got it where it looked like the horse was talking, is first they used peanut butter, put peanut butter on the lips, and then they put kind of like a little string, and it would be like, you know, that's definitely not what we would call smart. There's another good picture of our wonderful Jimbo. Boy, you know, I love them all. I'd probably have a horse in the living room too, but my wife would not accept that. But anyway, that's okay. All right, there's another beautiful picture. I love when they braid the mane of a horse. I think it's so streamlined and beautiful. Another picture. So, a little shorter today, and I'm not going to try to make it longer by talking too much, because my voice is kind of weird. By the way, that is Jim behind me. Hey, Jimbo, what's up? So, I want to thank you very much. Hopefully, you know, I've been on the air, and hopefully you're going to say, hey, Jim's not talking about COVID. I guess he's okay. So, anyway, please leave any questions. You know, I don't get a lot of comments. Sometimes they're good comments. Sometimes they're not so good. And the interesting thing with comments, because I leave them on, I want to get feedback, because if someone says you're a jerk, I'm going to try not to be a jerk next time. If they say it was good, I'd say, great, thank you for you know, caring and feeling that I'm doing my best. But some of them I get occasionally, I don't even understand them. They're like somebody just said, well, the moon is blue. Why did you put a blue moon? Say, I don't get it. I didn't do a blue moon. And really, they're almost that bad, where you could say, I want to act on a problem. I want to act on a comment, but I don't understand the comment. Now, I have said more than once back, thank you very much for the comment, but I don't understand it. And how can I learn from you commenting if the comments don't make any sense? So that's the reality of life sometimes. A lot of things don't make sense. But anyway, thank you very much. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, and maybe my voice will be back to normal. I don't know. It's a tough one. The only good news is I've been able to continue. I haven't been where, well, please bring the camera and the lights into the bedroom, because I can't get out of bed. So we're lucky. And please stay well. I just have to stress, whether we like it or not, COVID, I don't want to say is here to stay. That's what I read this morning by a comment. But the recognition is we can't just have this amount of, well, we got a new variant. It's worse than the other one. It's better than the other one. It's the most prominent strain in the United States, in England. I mean, there's just nothing that you can, how would you say, put your finger on it and solve it. So let's do that. So thank you again. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care.